It's been about a week straight of Finn McKenty drama, and we are not through it at all yet. Because there's been a guy, a big creator out here, made a particularly bad video about it, okay? So today, we gotta dive into TankTheTech's response to the Finn McKenty situation. And before we do, hey, hi, hello, my name is Dan Frampton, and this is my little YouTube channel. If you like, comment, and subscribe within the first 3 hours, I will reply, and that's a Frampton guarantee. Now, if you've been living under a rock or whatever, you might not know that the biggest content creator in the punk rock side of the internet has just decided to burn the bridge, tell his entire audience that they're useless, he's got his bag and now it's time to run away. And everybody on the internet had a particular take about that. Everybody thought that that was kind of a scumbag maneuver. Everybody, that is, except for TankTheTech. Now, I'm not very familiar with TankTheTech's content over here. I do not watch this guy's videos. The only time I ever heard of TankTheTech is when he won a Nick Nocturnal Medal Award for Content Creator of the Year. And when he won it, I did a reaction video and I was very complimentary of him. I complimented his beard, said he looked like a very cuddly individual or whatever, but I also happened to say that he used to be a roadie. And like we just went over, I'm not familiar with this guy or his content. I may have misspoke. He might not have used to have been a roadie. He might actually currently still be lugging around amps, for all I know. But instead of being a gentleman, instead of being nice, instead of correcting me like an adult, he laughed in my face, said he used to be, and then left in a snarky mess. One other thing I know about him before diving into this video is that one of the comments on this video that has now been buried, I can't see it, it was a Dan Frampton hate comment, got a big old heart from him. So this guy doesn't really seem like the biggest Dan Frampton supporter out there. And that's okay. I understand that I could ruffle feathers. I'm very outspoken. My opinion is strong and I will state it. And sometimes I'm wrong. He could have told me, hey buddy, actually I still am a roadie. I still do lug amps. And I would have been like, yo dude, that's sick. Who do you roadie for? What have you done? But instead, he decided to just laugh in my face. But I'm not gonna take a vindictive standpoint because of it. That's just all I know about the guy. I want to go into this video, why people are furious at Finn McKenty, but I'm not, with an open mind. I want to take these arguments in good faith and actually have the conversation. I am not gonna hit the button. If you're wondering what the button is, it goes a little bit something like this. Retarded. I am not gonna press that button, not once, but I actually might give him a cute little nickname since that is what I do on the channel. So I might actually call him Hank the Tank the Tech. Remember that bear from the news headlines a couple years ago that robbed convenience stores? Hank the Tank? That's what I call this guy in my mind. Hank the Tank the Tech. What do you got to say? So yeah, I do want to take the arguments in good faith, but I am a petty catty bitch, okay? I just am. And when I'm looking at a guy that has 320,000 subscribers and he only pulled in as many views as I did, somebody with 17,000 subscribers, I might get a little snarky because he starts to make points later on in this video where he's like, all these channels are just small channels. Who cares about their opinion? But we'll cross that bridge when we get there. So how is Hank the Tank the Tech gonna start this video? Because remember, Finn McKenty said he did it for the money. He never had an interest in music. He called all of his fans smooth-brained and was overall very ungrateful, dismissive, and arrogant the whole way through. So how is Hank the Tank the Tech gonna frame this argument?
But, you know, before I really dive into all of this, it's like, I've been doing YouTube for 4 years now, and my perception on doing YouTube as like a job has changed massively over the years, because before I started doing this stuff, I really did think it was like really easy. You just make content, you post it, and that's it. And it's like, whenever I would hear YouTubers complaining about being burned out and stuff like that, I'm like, that's just dumb. I don't get that. But
okay, so I think we've seen enough to see how he's gonna frame this. He's framing this as a YouTube burnout thing. Finn McKenty didn't frame this as a YouTube burnout thing. Finn McKenty talked about burnout a little bit on his second channel a long time ago and he buried it. The reason why he's saying he left the internet is because he doesn't need to do something he doesn't want to do anymore. He made his money and he's gonna go do something else now. So already Hank the Tank the Tech over here is poisoning the well of the argument. This is not a part of the conversation. And to make it the foundation of his argument is bad faith. You have a beautiful beard, buddy, but this is not the right opinion.
absolutely do get it now, because it is not as easy as you think once you get to a certain level. Like if you're bringing in full-time revenue and income and posting normally and stuff like that, I mean, dude, it takes up a lot of time, a lot more time than I ever thought it did. I mean, you gotta, plan your videos out, or if you're lazy, you can just record them on Twitch like I am right now. Hi, Twitch chat. If you're watching on YouTube later, you can go to twitch.tv/TankTheTech when we do live stuff. But you gotta plan videos out. You gotta edit them. You gotta post them. You gotta do your SEO stuff. And even past that, nowadays you got to keep up with social media posting and...
Okay, I gotta stop him there. Buddy, the social media thing, being a YouTuber, is a dream job no matter how you cut it. Yeah, some people definitely get burned out. It is all encompassing. It is your entire life when you do it. 100%, it is a lot of work, but it's a dream job, okay? It is absolutely something people strive to be able to do. And for you to be like, oh, it's so hard, guys. Now I get how hard this is. It isn't just about making content. You gotta plan it. You gotta SEO it. You gotta thumbnail it. Yo, buddy, if you love that stuff, then that stuff doesn't feel like hard work, and that's not the stuff that leads to the burnout. The stuff that leads to the burnout is making content that you're not passionate about day after day and doing something that you hate day after day because you know it's what generates income. The gaming streamers that you may have heard in the past complain about burnout, they're not complaining because they get to play video games every day. They're complaining because they're playing the same video game every day. There were so many people that went through Fortnite burnout in the year like 2018, 2019 because the 2 years of playing nothing but Fortnite absolutely killed their brains. But here you have me talking about burnout in a conversation that isn't even about burnout. You poisoned the well successfully. Okay, so now that we've seen how he's framing the argument, let's go to the argument.
But yeah, there's a lot more that goes into this stuff than people think about. And recently, a lot of people had noticed that Finn McKenty kind of just disappeared from YouTube. If you're not familiar with Finn, he is the man behind the Punk Rock MBA that did a lot of like documentary style videos on bands. And he had his own channel and his Twitch stream where he just talked about whatever and checked out music. He hadn't posted in a very long time, and people kind of noticed. And a few days ago, he joined Jesse Lee for a podcast to talk about all this stuff. And Jesse Lee afterwards posted a clip that has sent like music fans on the internet into a spiral. Here's that clip really quick before we go any further.
Now, I know we've all seen this clip a million times, but I am gonna let it play because it recontextualizes the argument that Hank the Tank the Tech is trying to have out here. I want you to pinpoint the time that Finn McKenty says that he's leaving YouTube because of burnout in this clip.
Finn McKenty, stop uploading YouTube videos.
I don't have any plans to do anything on YouTube.
Finn is one of the OGs in music content creation, and he's gained millions of views on his Punk Rock MBA channel and his second solo channel. So why did he suddenly stop?
I don't really have any interest in music. I was just doing it for the money, and I hit my financial goals.
There it is. I don't really have any interest in music. I was doing it for the money, and I reached my financial goals. This whole thing is about reaching financial goals off of the back of something you have no interest in. I don't know if you know what the term grift is, Hank the Tank the Tech, but this is an admission to being a grifter. Just straight up saying, I don't care about what I was talking about. I was only talking about it to make money. And the whole while, people are forming connections to this guy. People are following this guy's channel. People are hanging on every word that this guy is saying because he's an authority in the space. And when he just had enough of it, he could just peace out, say goodbye. If he did that, that would have been great. He didn't even peace out and said goodbye. He did the Irish goodbye. He just stopped.
I really believe him when he said that.
And that's another point of contention here. A lot of people are saying that Finn McKenty is either trolling in that clip, saying that he's coping in that clip, which is kind of what I'm leaning on, and then the other people actually straight up believe him in that clip. If you watch my coverage on this topic, you know my position on it is that Finn McKenty is coping in that clip. I think he left because he can't handle all the heat, all the criticism, all the negativity. But he's not framing it like that. He's not framing it about the criticism, the heat, the negativity.
Like, I wouldn't say that we're like super close friends by any means. I've never met the guy in person or anything like that, but like we talk away from content quite frequently. Like,
okay, yeah, so you're showing your bias here. Okay, great. You know who else knows Finn McKenty? Anthony Fantano. Actually did meet him in real life and had a lot of critical things to say about the situation. You know who else also collaborated with Finn McKenty? Nick Nocturnal also came on and did a whole video criticizing the situation. But Hank the Tank the Tech He's so happy to be like, I'm biased and I'm gonna do my best job to have all these bad take arguments to really poison this well as much as I can. But I have bad news for you, buddy. 36,000 views on a 320,000 subscriber channel is actually kind of sad.
But that clip has caused a lot of controversy online. Like, people are going absolutely crazy over it. Already just on YouTube alone, if you type in like Finn McKenty's name, like there's tons of videos. Like, the punk rock NBA situation is sad. You got Jesse's full podcast episode, which I need to watch.
Which you need to watch? My brain is breaking as I'm seeing my thumbnail out here. Are you telling me, Hank the Tank the Tech, you sat down to make this content without even watching the video that it's about? That is insane, man. This is your job. That is the very bare minimum of what you have to do. That is what you call due diligence. You absolutely have to watch that video. What do you mean you just admitted to not watching it? Are you really gonna come out here and have a 23-minute argument based on something you haven't even watched? Bro, you are awful at this job. I said I was going to come in fair and balanced, and I think that I am. It is fair to say that you're bad at this for not doing the very bare minimum. You have to watch the video that you're white knighting for. It's almost not even worth watching the rest of your video knowing that you didn't even watch the interview. So you know what? I'm not going to watch the rest of your video. It wastes my time. It wastes everybody else's time. How did you just admit to that? I am not going to listen to a goddamn word that you say now because you just said, oh, here's the video that it's all about that I haven't watched yet. I'm just reacting to the clip. Really, buddy? And you're a streamer. Do you know how much more like stream time, watch time, view duration you would have got if you sat down to do your stream and reacted to the entire interview? You're on Twitch. You could have reacted to the entire interview and it would have been you doing research and your job and the bare minimum and due diligence. Hank the Tank the Tech, I wasn't familiar with your content until this day, but it is clear to me that you don't care about your content. You don't care about your audience, not enough to do the bare amount of research before camming up and telling your audience your opinion on a thing that you didn't even watch before. That is clown behavior, bro. You're the kind of guy that wrote a book report in high school after just reading the back synopsis of a book. You're an absolute clown and you do not deserve the 320,000 subscribers that you got through this. I am not gonna listen to your argument. How the hell did you talk for 23 minutes on a thing that you didn't even watch, man? Come back to me after you watch the interview, then we can have this argument. And if you go down to his comments, people are not taking Hank the Tank the Tech's side on this thing. He called his own viewers smooth-brained. He called musicians a lost cause and that they suck if they can't make money from the attention that they get on their music. People aren't mad that he did it for the money. People are mad that he straight up says his followers are stupid and that he was using them to make the money. Because if you only go off of that one little clip, you don't get to hear Finn McKenty call his audience smooth-brained. You don't get to say that even the lowest plebs on LinkedIn are making $10,000 a month. And musicians, they're useless. They can't pull that in. All a cope. And the people coming on saying that he's in character and that he's trolling and that this is some sort of like Andy Kaufman-ism, you gotta get off that horse. That's another cope. That is just not true. He's lying. He's seething. He's coping. That's not trolling. Those are opposite things. You've been got. You got grifted. And grifters need idiots out there. That's why grifters grift, because idiots are gonna buy into the grift. And a few of these people have been grifted that are not even engaging with the content. If you just go through the comments, there are some people agreeing with them, of course. Some people are definitely gonna just like go along with the grift. There needs to be those idiots with the brain worms, and they're just totally willing to tell on themselves. Oh, I'm one of the idiots that got grifted. Oh, I don't mind being grifted too. Oh, you can lie to me. I'll give you all my money. It's ridiculous. And bro, I really want to engage with this video that Hank the Tank the Tech made, but after this, I honestly can't.
Got Jesse's full podcast episode, which I need to watch.
Which I need to watch. How much do you want to bet that this guy has not watched it yet? Incredible, bro. And then to have the audacity to just film it on Twitch and then upload it as a stream clip on YouTube. Meanwhile, you're gonna talk shit about all the slop channels. That's incredible. But there is one other argument I do want to engage with before I say goodbye to this absolute liar over here.
About a lot of these posts, Like the first video that comes up has 143, that person has 143,000 subs. But as you get down to these other videos, like 18,000, 39,000, 7,000, 136.
Okay, so he's like taking a shot at the sub count or whatever. Hey bud, you want to take a look at my sub count? 18,000. We have the same amount of views on this topic. Sub count is a vanity number. That doesn't matter. You generated as much income as I did through this video, but the only reason why you have to leave this awful take up right now, and you've chosen to die on this hill, is because you put a NordVPN ad in it, and you have to keep it up. Incredible, bro. Why would you put a NordVPN ad on a drama video where drama is not what you talk about on your channel? You have no idea what's going on. You have to stay away from drama. Just based on what I saw in the first like 5 minutes of this video, you're gonna jump on, cam up, and with all of your chest, with bass in your voice, you're gonna come out here with full conviction about a video that you didn't even watch? That is craziness, man. I can't justify having an argument with somebody that hasn't even watched the video. I said I wasn't gonna push the button. I said I wasn't gonna push the button, but if I'm being fair and if I'm being balanced, he's bad at his job, he doesn't do due diligence, and to me, I think that that's just retarded. I couldn't help myself, I had to push the button, I'm sorry. TankTheTech, do better, buddy. I wasn't familiar with your content until now, and now I am. You've earned my sub. I am definitely gonna keep tabs on you going forward. You make content on content that you haven't even watched. Incredible. This is great. I needed a replacement for Finn McKenty on my channel, and you've proven to be an absolute clown. So put on the clown shoes and I'm gonna honk your nose for the entirety of 2025. I'll see you there. But Hank the Tech, if you're interested in having this conversation, if you're actually interested in doing drama work on the internet, please go out there, watch the video, come up with an idea and opinion all on your own, get rid of your bias and see, hey, what is the truth of this situation? If you want to be on the wrong side of history on this, if you want to die on this hill, you go ahead and do it. And I think it's so funny and ironic that you're dying on the NordVPN hill when their logo is quite literally a hill. You can't make this stuff up, people. Truth is genuinely stranger than fiction. I've been Dan Frampton. That was Finn McKenty's biggest glazer, Hank the Tech, and this is where the drama sits right now. Thank you so much for watching. Until my next upload, watch another upload. Take care and have a good one.